What is money? You have money. There's money you've got that no one can take from you without either your permission or committing violence upon you. And that money um, you will know as your time, your attention, and your trust. If you are giving your time, your attention, and your trust to someone, you are giving them money. Um, that's what money is. Now, what we often call money is the paper tokens, the IOUs, the sometimes the electric dollars or whatever that we call money, right? That is something that we're given in exchange for having given our time, attention, and trust to an employer or an endeavor, and we get back these dollars which we can spend elsewhere. Um, but the money is our time, attention, and trust. The paper stuff, the electronic stuff, that is a storage of our time, attention, and trust. It's something we use to take the time, attention, and trust that we gave, for example, our employer, so that we can go and because they gave us back money for that, right? They gave us back this paper stuff in exchange for our time, attention, and trust. So now this paper stuff, we can go and we can give it to someone else who doesn't know us. We can buy a pair of shoes or an organic hamburger, or we can buy something with that money, right? But that is only possible because we spend our time, attention, and trust over here, and someone gave us this money which codes for time and attention and trust, gave it to the hamburger maker, and he gladly took it because he can use that to code for time and attention and trust to get more hamburger meat, to get you know new tables in his restaurant, whatever, like this thing, and the reason he can use that money to buy a table is because someone spent their time, attention on making a table, and they sold it to someone, right? And that person gave them to them exchange money, right? But I want you to think about this in terms of time, attention, and trust, because I think that our paper money is worthless very soon. We've seen inflation. It could be getting bad, but I want you to understand the money that you do have, which is your time, your attention, and your trust. Entrepreneurs understand this very well, that they can put their time, attention into something, and they can create something that codes for money, right? Time, attention, and trust will code for money. They know this. Um, they create value by creating something that you want, and will exchange your time, attention, and trust in the form of money, give to them to get the thing that the entrepreneur has created, right? It can be in all kinds of fashions and forms. I think a lot of people, particularly poor people or people that are worried about being poor, understand that their time, attention, and trust is valuable and want to be compensated well for it, and um, aren't necessarily in a position to demand a whole lot of money for it. And that's a shame. Um, and I think that there are a lot of things out there that will uh, purport to show you how to, uh, hack the system and make lots of fiat money. Um, I want you to understand that all of those things are taking from you your time, attention, and trust, and that you can use those, and I would suggest using them wisely, because all the time, attention, and trust that you give to these efforts to get fiat money is time, attention, and trust that you're not spending with your family, time, attention, and trust that you're not spending with friends and other loved ones. It's very likely time, attention, and trust that you are not investing in yourself to make yourself better, uh, more marketable, better able to demand a higher salary, right? Um, if you aren't devoting some time, attention, and trust in that way, um, you're just giving it to your employer in exchange for not enough money. And I think you know that. And um, I want you to make that connection conscious that your time and attention and trust are the things of value that you're giving. Now, if you're playing this game, it behooves you to get really good at something or two things, right? I've heard be really good at two things so then you can marry them and create a niche. But time, attention, and trust. I just want you to think about your life in respect to those parameters. Where's your time going? Where's your attention going? Who are you giving your trust to? Because those are all expenditures of real money, your life's energy. All right? So, have a good day.